Hello, it's Jen with Frail Tarot, and I'm going to do a general collective reading for whoever needs this. Thank you for showing up and checking this out. I hope you are doing well. If you are interested, there are links in the description box below that bring you to my Facebook artist page, your birth chart, and to purchase the oracle decks I've designed and created. Alright, so what I would like to do is where we are currently at, what is in the way of moving forward, and what would happen should we move forward. And I want to start with some oracle. This is the Feral Spirit Oracle deck. It's $23.99. It's a good beginner deck. It's the first one I designed. It's all just based off intuition. There are disclaimers as well in the description box below, and how to get a private reading if that interests you. If you find that what is being said here doesn't fit with what you're going through, there are other readings in my playlist, and there are also other readers on YouTube. Use your discernment. Alright, so where are we currently at? Can you please get an oracle card? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Where are we currently at? Been resting, number 12, which breaks down to a 3. So perhaps you've been looking at your own belief systems, but also like balancing things out. Okay, what is the oracle card for the obstacle? Okay, we have soul. Yeah, I definitely, you feel like if this is resonating for you, you have been balancing things out, trying to figure out what it is you want to be doing. This is the outcome, Spirit, number 9. Should you be able to overcome the obstacle, which is great because I created this because this is love influencing our decisions and our actions, whether with ourselves or with other people. So that is cool. So you'll be living in love and cultivating a spirit that influences things towards love. Definitely some sort of change happening though, and balancing out. Okay, so where are we at currently with rest? Where are we at currently with rest? Thank you. We have Lovers. So perhaps there's been a choice that has been had to have been made, whether in a romantic partnership or just in any relationship in your life. Could also be you with a project of some sort. So you could be having to choose between 2 to 3 different options. Can we please get more about where we're currently at? We have the High Priestess. Strong Gemini, strong Pisces energy. These could be in your birth chart, or they could be what is the current energy prevailing through your life. And yeah, I feel like you're really trying to get in touch with your higher self to figure out what is my next move. Well, what is in the way currently is your soul. There is something that you know you need to be doing and you're not doing. And that could be where you're at, is like, I know I have a purpose. What is it? High Priestess is also an energy of being led by your higher self, your intuition. This is also could be somebody giving you advice. This person, they have a very deep understanding of life and the experience we're all here having. We have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, definitely your intuition is urging you to take action on something. Strong Gemini energy. It's definitely a decision being made. This could have to do with some sort of study. I feel like with the Knight of Swords here, that's an energy of like it's a student, but it's somebody who already has a foundation of learning, like on the subject that they're learning about. This could be law, science, health, things of those nature. Okay, so we have a choice to be made. We're definitely trying to figure out, what is this choice that I need to be making? What are my options? Where do I take action at? So the willingness to take action is definitely here. Kudos to you. This is awareness. There is awareness that something needs to be happening and changing. All right, so what is the obstacle in the soul? What is the obstacle? We have the Eight of Cups. Perhaps there's something you need to leave behind that you're emotionally attached to. This could be, I've done all this, something new. That's where I'm headed with this, is leaving things you already know and being open to things you're not quite sure of. Things that, you know, usually it's fear that holds us back from taking that next step. And it's so silly to me where I'm at now. If I wouldn't have said that 5 years ago, that it's silly to be scared, I would have justified it and everything. But where I'm at now, it's like, it's just in tiniest idea, fear. And you can really overcome it by looking at things, well, it's not really, how do I explain this? If you change your career, it doesn't mean your life's over. The fear of being in poverty or being behind financially, or even just being intimidated by the career choice you really desire, that could be something. That's what I'm talking about, the fear. I'm not saying like the fear that comes with not walking off a cliff. I want to clarify that. So definitely moving forward, the obstacle here is walking away from something. What is it that needs to be walked away from? Can you please get more clarity? Thank you. Thank you, God. All right, so we have strength. There's some major shift here happening because of the major arcanas that's coming out. So we have Gemini, Pisces, Leo energy. And this is what you have been creating. To me, well, that's Leo energy, because we create. So with strength being here, this is something, like I said, you're emotionally attached to, and it's going to require a great deal of strength, but also grace to walk away from this. I'm going to get more clarity on what it is that needs to be walked away from. But this is also overcoming challenges. So this is a really good indicator that what it is you need to walk away from, you be strong enough to do it, and do it in a graceful way. She's trying to pry open, now I just say she, doesn't matter your gender, but on this card, they're trying to pry open this lion's mouth. So it's kind of like being in charge. It's like being a beast master, you know, overcoming those fears like I was talking about. Okay, so what is needed to walk away from? What needs to be left behind? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the Page of Cups and Temperance. These cards are well loved, well used. Could be a friendship. Another major arcana came out. It's Sagittarius energy, Temperance. It's patience, divine timing, balancing, all things in moderation. It feels like a lukewarm connection. It's the best way I can describe it. Like, it's not fulfilling. It's not satisfying. It's a page. It's not a whole lot. This could also be a younger person to you. There was a time where this was fulfilling, but it's time to go. I definitely feel like it's a relationship that needs to be left behind. this relationship that needs to be left behind. What will confirm this for whoever this is resonating for? Five of Pentacles, because it has not, there's been no movement in it. There's been, Five of Pentacles is lack. It's having enough, it's being not, it's not giving to something. So this is minimal, like it's not emotionally satisfying like it once was. This is definitely could be like a coworker type situation, or like I said, someone who's younger than you. It is a connection that is just not emotionally fulfilling anymore. Perhaps you have gained some new information or some new understanding, wisdom, knowledge in the way you think and communicate. You've outgrown them. That is what I just heard. So there's definitely some sort of a deficiency here. Somebody could owe you money. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay. All right. Well, if we walk away from this connection and we accept that it's okay to outgrow people, places, and situations, jobs, whatever, you know, it's okay to outgrow those things. What does the future look like? Six of Pentacles. So we go from the 5 to the 6. Getting what you deserve. Your equal share. Giving your equal share. Not being the one constantly trying to balance things out. I feel like that's what's been happening in this situation, relationship, is that you have been the one trying to keep the peace. You know, don't rock the boat sort of stuff, but it's really an energy of being strong enough to express, this is not enough for me. I need to leave this. Even though I'm there's a strong emotional attachment to whatever this is. This is a strong emotional attachment. But it's also like, I deserve what I put out. I deserve to get back what it is. Now, with that said, everybody's got a sliding scale, and it's way deeper than just, I send you a message, you send me a message, I take you out, you take me out. It's a lot deeper than that, because people, you know, they have their moments where they're suffering and they're struggling. It is the overall picture of, do I feel fulfilled here? And you have felt like you have outgrown this situation. So you will get what you deserve. Six of Pentacles, that's giving and receiving equally. That's reciprocity. And we have the King of Wands. So there will be this new found freedom. With the King of Wands, that is masculine energy. And whether it is showing up in your life as you taking leadership of your life, or you taking leadership of your creativity, understanding that you can create a more harmoniously balanced connection, friendship, whatever this is, romantic. I'm definitely going to get clarifier cards, because it's something you're emotionally attached to, and I'd really like to not have it so vague. I know this is a collective reading, but I feel like I can get more information. So you'll be influenced in the spirit of reciprocation, and that is what will be driving you to take action. Should you be able to walk away from this, you will get what you deserve. You will find that you level up, so to speak, in your own life, and that looks in the form of being able to lead, being able to recognize that your creative spark is what generates your reality, your imagination, how you take action on the inspiration that you are given. All right, we'll get one more. Tower. The future looks, this might knock your socks off. With the Tower card, that is, it's like demo work, tearing down to build back up. So when we have the Tower show up in our life, it can be an epiphany, a revelation. It could actually be like something big that happens in your life. Let's say like a fender bender, not necessarily anyone's physically harmed, but the car now is messed up, right? It could be something like that because it brings your attention to a reformation. It needs to be reformed, and that is what the Tower tells us. It's also very unexpected. I could see some sort of unexpectedness here. All right, let's get some more. Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. That's independence. That's, you know, being in charge of your own life. That is feeling quite capable of doing what needs to be done. Okay, so what is this connection that needs to 1616 on the clock? Might be relevant for you. What is this connection that needs to be walked away from? Tell us more about this connection that needs to be walked away for. We know it too. The High Priestess there, that's intuition. This could also be somebody gave you some sort of information that shifted your perspective on a situation and pointed out where it's deficient. You know, that could be somebody that you trust. They spoke some truth, made you think about things. You could need to walk away from a King of Swords energy. This is somebody who it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is someone who is very, they're logical. They are someone that is authoritative. A King of Swords energy is way more stern to me than, say, a King of Wands energy. A King of Wands is like a jovial, smiling, kind of happy-go-lucky, but not like to the point where life's crazy. As opposed to the King of Swords, who's very much the cerebral aspect of us, in how we use our authority, the strategy aspect, as where the King of Wands is more of it's like that X-Men character Domino, where I don't know, things just work out for me. But it's not just blind leader, like blindly going wherever, leading people wherever. There's definitely a focus point. That can be also said about the Wand suit itself, is that, you know, they have a goal and they're going to go for it. So so it could be a King of Swords energy, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be a figure in your life that you feel is a peer. They could be about the same age as you. Now, perhaps you've known them a long time. That Page of Cups just gives me like this childlike energy, but also like friendship, not necessarily romantic. You have flirted with the idea of this. I don't know what that means for you. Hopefully it's helpful. As something just came in. So I definitely feel like you have grown. We go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. There's a leveling up here. But the obstacle is to leave this lack behind, to leave Alright, so what is it? What is it that we need to walk away from? What is this Five of Pentacles situation? Please clarify. There's more details. What is that Five of Pentacles about? The moon. That's subconscious stuff. I was going to be like, that basically says we don't get to know. it's a lack that you don't see it. It has to do with Cancerian energy. There's so much just major cards here. It has to do with Cancerian energy, and Cancerian energy is like our home base. It's how we use our feminine energy to assess things. Man, this is like subconsciously hidden. This is something perhaps you're avoiding thinking about, or you know you need to think about and you're just not thinking about it. Can we please get more clarity on this lack of clarity? Thank you. One to come out. Okay. So we have the Eight of Wands, the Emperor, and the Ten of Wands. I feel there is something that needs to be said about a leveling up of something. Something that's so vague. There's a leveling up of a connection that needs to happen here. Whether it's, I definitely feel like it's a relationship, and I feel like it's more of a family or romantic type relationship. With the pentacles there, they're really standing out to me as just tangible things. I mean, that could be you do your share and I do my share, and you do not feel fulfilled with what this person, their share is. So that's definitely there. And I feel like you're taking time to assess this with this cerebral energy and to be logical about it, because there's definitely a deep emotional attachment to it, and it's really hard to make decisions in our feelings, because our feelings, they tend to change once we can soothe ourselves or, you know, get some sort of reassurance. So something needs to be said with some sort of authority. But this is weighing really heavy. I feel like that's part of the obstacle here, is that, like, it's a burden. It's like, I know I need to do this. I know I need to take action on this. It's just so heavy. Especially with that moon energy and the Eight of Cups. I just heard I have been avoiding acknowledging it. Ooh, all right. So there's something there, you know it's there, it's just you're ignoring it. High Priestess again. Your intuition has been annoying you with this, okay? This connection. This is strong Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancerian energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio. I mean, it's almost, that's what's out here. It doesn't have to be your sun sign. It could be, I mean, it could be moon signs, rising, your north node, south node. So, however this resonates. But this, your intuition has been annoying you with this. And every time your intuition comes up, it's almost like you put it back down. You logic your way through it instead of recognizing how you're actually feeling about it. And that is the challenge, is recognizing your feelings and how to take action on those. There's still this, like, fear here. which is it has a reader. The fear that I am picking up on is it's not as bad as you think it is. Okay, so we need to walk away from this connection. You need to communicate that. Perhaps even just, you know, and walking away from a connection doesn't necessarily have to be physically walking away. It could be leveling up emotionally by taking action to communicate your authority and where you're feeling burdened at and overwhelmed at. That makes, okay. All right, so what is this? So we walk away from this by taking action, verbalizing, communicating. I feel like you've already been thinking about it. It's already been on your mind. Your intuition's already been knowing you about this. It is definitely a connection of some sort where you feel you are carrying more than your fair share. And you would like some balance. Well, communication needs to happen in order to get that balance. A Ten of Swords just came out. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so you have tens here. This is definitely, that explains all the major arcana too coming through, is that this is, you know, this is an ending of some sort. An ending to the way perhaps you used to behave, the way you used to think, the way you used to communicate in your connections. This is the worst is over. What is the worst that could happen if you actually take the action to lead in your life? What is the worst that can happen? The worst is over. I have Mr. Chow from The Hangover, man. But did you die? All right. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Oh, this guy came back out. Knight of Swords. So we come full circle. The taking action is communicating. You need to do it. I'm telling you. Whatever you have not been speaking up on, now is the time. I feel like it's going to be a surprise. With this Tower energy, this is going to be very surprising. The response you get is going to astound you. Oh, the Empress. Okay, so yeah, this is you get through this obstacle. You're going to be met with love. You're going to be met with nurturing, the birth of something. This is big. I don't know what you're trying to decide. I mean, it's definitely some sort of connection in your life that your intuition has been really speaking loudly to you about, to speak up. You know something has to end here. This burden has to end. You know it. Man, strong Gemini, which is the ruler of the third house, I believe, in a tropical zodiac. I'm not sure if it rules the sidereal third house. Okay, so wandered off there. So this Knight of Swords energy, this is somebody that's rushing in with some sort of information, some sort of communication. The rushing part has not been happening. The taking action part has not been happening. It will be met with his Empress energy, which is loving and kind and nurturing and respectful, while yet still being authoritative. Think parental voice. Tower. Can we please get clarity on the Tower? Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. All right. So, like I said, your spirit, you'll be influencing things from a loving spirit, because you will have more respect for yourself, Emperor energy, because you spoke up. You asserted your boundaries. You expressed where you were feeling burdened at. And if that brings an ending, it brings an ending. But that could be what surprises you and catches you off guard, is how You feel bad about the ending, but you can also see with optimistic eyes the change that it brings, the good fortune it brings in. Man, strong. I mean, we got some major energies. When this happens, this is going to not only affect your intuition, your connections, but also how you show up to you and how you start treating yourself. What is this Knight of Swords up here? What's this? Yeah, Sun. Oh my God, and Judgment. Okay. So the Sun, you guys seen that. So this is illumination of the truth. There's definitely, I don't feel like anybody's lying. I feel like they're omitting. They're not speaking up. So once you overcome the obstacle of speaking up and realize, like, really dig into what your intuition's telling you about this connection. It is definitely a connection of some sort involving, I feel like it involves another person. And man, it's been on your mind. Where you're at currently, I feel like you've been resting and choosing some sort of self-love. And the more we do that, our intuition does awaken. It tends to speak to us more, because it feels like when we are loving ourselves, we're more open to that, more open to opportunities. We don't feel so low vibrational that we only see with, you know, gray glasses. We don't necessarily want rose tinted ones, but that temperance energy, that balanced. I understand the reality here, but I also see the potential. And potential isn't bad. It's when we beat ourselves up with what we know we have potential for, and we beat ourselves up for not going towards that. That is where potential, to me, seems to be a problem. But to recognize potential in yourself or in another situation, that I do not believe is a harmful thing if you are willing to, you know, accept things as they are. Because just because it's there doesn't mean that it's going to be fulfilled. Man, this is good. This is really good. Maybe try writing it out in a journal. We have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck as well. So it's definitely some freedom here, some independence here. Holy shit, 32 minutes in. This is deep. But, you know, hopefully it's helpful. And whoever this resonates for, I really hope that, you know, journal. Write it down first. Figure out what it is you want to say. How you want to approach it. I mean, there is no better time than now, but perhaps later. You know, figure out your timing of it, when to say this. Really, I feel like this is going to be expressed in a way that is well worded, without, it's going to be direct, but not, going to be direct, but not necessarily sharp. Okay, so we have Q. Take these letters as you need them. They could be initials of names. They could be words that come to mind after you see them. All right, so can we get some clues about this connection, please, that we're walking away from, so we can get what we deserve? There's rings. Could be wedding rings. Could be the person wears rings, you wear rings, or somebody could be calling someone. October, perhaps something happened in October, you recognize something in October. Somebody's birthday can be in October. February is currently, all right? So from October to now, this has been a thing. There's your anchor. Something to do with rings. Perhaps you're married to someone and you want to leave them. Perhaps you feel committed to something and you want to leave it. We have June and Z. 1 through 15, those could be dates, times, numbers on a chart. Tuesday. One more, please. Oh. B. That fell out, so I'll take that one. And I'm going to shuffle for one more. Thank you. New. All right. Very cool. Okay, guys. I'm not really getting anything else. I really hope this was helpful. I do appreciate you sticking around this long. Your intuition's been bugging you about this for a while now. So that can be your anchor. And then we have October, June. We're in February. Take this how it resonates with you. Use your discernment. If you're not sure, pray to your higher power, meditate, journal it out, whatever you got to do. But some movement needs to be made. You definitely need to speak up and express yourself. All right. Till I see you again, many, many blessings.